Oh, you want to hear something sad though on just some movie news things? They're gonna redo Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh God!
Why?
With Kevin Hart and Will Smith. I know. I just saw that too. You're right, Jerry. It's like that's a classic. It's like redoing Caddyshack. You don't fucking. You don't mess with that shit.
You're going the wrong way.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You know where I'm going.
We're going.
The movie's awesome.
It's a great movie.
I want to watch it.
This is one of my favorite movies growing up.
We watched Airplane last night.
I haven't seen that. There's two of them, right?
So
there's a
good.
second one, right?
I think there's three, but
Yeah.
there's only one.
There's only one.
The only
right?
one that counts is the first one.
Surely you must be joking.
Yeah, Goonies is awesome on the big screen too. By the
Is
way,
it? Where did you go to see that? Where was it?
It's called like I don't know if it is the oldest, so don't even quote me. But it's pretty old. It says the oldest drive-in theater currently still working. 1933, I think he said it was.
Where's it located?
Shankweiler's. It's like up. It's pretty much like around Allentown.
So
It's called like Orfield.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not going that far.
You know what I mean?
yeah. So Bert Kreischer, a comedian,
Yeah.
he just did a show in Philadelphia. They were promoting it on MMR, and everybody was in parking spots. Like that was the social distancing. It was outdoor arena. He's up on stage, and everybody's in their parking lot, in their car in a parking spot. But it made me think, like, as a comedian, you're entertaining the audience.
You're supposed to be able to read them.
It's a reciprocal thing, right?
Yeah.
You tell a joke, you get that instant feedback. But if everybody's in their car, like, do they have it? I wonder if they like had it to where.
But you're acting like comedy wasn't already dying, because people are way sensitive as it is. So
Cancel
like,
culture is real.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, so
yeah.
there is that.
What do you say, fellas? We want to get into it?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this thing.
We guys drinking there.
Sip of sunshine.
Yeah. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
Nick.
And I am Jamie.
And of course, we have, I won't even say his name. I'm going to let him do it for us.
I'm Gerry.
And we have Gerry. Gerry, you are no doubt part of the fold, part of the brotherhood, part of the basement. You've been on the show more than any guest that we've ever had. More than 5 times.
Yeah, I don't think I'm a guest anymore.
No, I think you're a permanent.
You're like a stand-in.
fixture.
Yeah.
You're like Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, I like that.
But we have been teasing, and we've been saying it for a long time, that people that have been on the show for 5 times, similar to, guests that are on SNL, this television show that's been around since the 70s, that they usually get a ceremonial blazer.
Shooter McGavin.
Wait. Do you actually have this blazer?
Well,
Or our cape thing?
since we're all in we had a very entertaining and fun exchange over text the other day. It was all about,
And it was all misconstrued because I told you tonight what I meant by it. I didn't mean by
Nothing misconstrued with me. We're just having a good time.
no.
I'm very difficult to offend.
No, I sent it out because if you actually watched the clip, her second question is who gave you the most
Talking about Kamala Harris.
star eyes? Starstruck, and she said somebody else, but then she goes, recently it was Mark Hamill because I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
That's why I sent that out, not because I wanted to start like this. This thing you guys are going back and forth. I was like, holy shit! I said second question. That's why I would vote for her.
But to that point though, we were having a lot of fun with it.
It was fun.
We were
It was
talking
fun.
politics over text.
Yeah, but did you see anybody get pissed off and freak out?
No, nobody got mad.
Exactly my point.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
I agree. It should be able to have a good, civil discourse, have fun with it, and not want to, kill each other at the end of the conversation. But back to where I was going, Gerry, and your 10-year, 12-year, 15-year, I know that's not the word, here in the basement, we did commit to a ceremonial, why would we do a blazer? That's not what the basement's all about. The basement's about sci-fi, superheroes, fantasy films, things like that. So, of course...
A flashlight?
Flash.
Pause.
Oh, I did.
Hold that.
No,
Not flashlight.
He's going
Flashlight.
cape. He's going. John, why are you going over there? No, he got it.
It's a cape. I like
Golden cape. If you don't
Yeah,
find it,
did you Lysol it first? You better Lysol
Did you
it.
put hand sanitizer on that
Yeah,
first?
did you Lysol that
I
shit?
did, so it actually went through the mill. And you, sir, are the first recipient of the NJJ show.
That's
Probably the only
amazing.
one.
Amazing. I'm going to fly home with this.
Oh yeah.
You're a superhero, and now you're a superhero that's actually adorned with a ceremonial cape.
I love it.
Show. So
It's amazing.
congratulations,
It's amazing.
well
Yes,
deserved.
it's amazing.
Yeah, aka chick repellent.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Unless you're at Comic Con.
Still, wait a second. That's still a chick repellent.
Nerd girls can be hot, man.
So, yep.
So we're just drinking beer. We're drinking a bunch of different beers, but we're not going to get into the whole review of the beers we're drinking. I'm drinking Sip of Sunshine, and I just picked up El Segundo. It's actually Steve Austin's Broken Skull IPA.
Somebody just put that out there. Somebody said it was good.
Like Steve Austin,
Yeah,
like
Steve Austin,
316.
Like Stone Cold.
Yeah.
Steve
I'm sure he's linked with the
right.
brewery. He opened
But,
it or
you know,
whatever.
He's pretty awesome, that guy.
Yeah.
A real simple beer that I think everyone would like is Natty Boh.
Natty
Yeah,
Bow.
if you're 19 years old, you're
brewed
a
in
freshman in
Baltimore.
college.
Brewed in Baltimore. It's amazing.
Natty Boh was the cheapest beer I ever got.
30 pack, like $19.
Yeah,
It's
well,
amazing.
this was 1988. I was 17 years
Don't
old.
knock it till you try it, bro.
I bought a case of bottles for
They did bottles?
like
They do- still do bottles.
$5.
Really?
Yeah.
I swear to God, it was in Philadelphia. It was like 5 and change.
Natty
And
Light was my shit
Yeah.
in
No,
high school.
Yeah.
National Bohemian.
Natty
Yeah.
Bohemian's way better.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Or the Beast.
You can get it in PA now.
You go Beast, man. I go Beast mode when we were in high school.
So anyway, real quick, it's a El Segundo beer.
How was
Steve
it?
Austin's. It's actually really good. Mm-hmm. It's called Broken Skull. It's got a gnarly can. It's
They have 316 on it somewhere.
you would think. I'll have to look. I have to
Should have
examine
like a
it
picture of him
closer.
smashing beer.
Although
over
my
his head.
brother-in-law got me a beer, I forget what it was, but the whole can popped off. The top popped
Oh,
off.
little wide mouth.
The whole thing popped
Yeah,
off.
C knows before.
Yeah, I was like
cool.
amazed. I was like, he's like, you're coming over. He never buys me beer. He bought me an IPA. And
Isn't it
but he-
great?
Yeah.
Huh?
Isn't it great with the whole
The whole
Yeah.
thing popped off.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
what is it? I'm like, all right.
Some dude invented a thing that cuts the whole top off.
Yeah, well, Mike Hess.
That guy's probably making $1 million.
All right,
At
sure.
least. Mike Hess was a brewery we went to out in California, and they had pop tops like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where it just opened the full mouth of the can.
It's crazy.
It's good, real good.
Why don't we think of shit like this?
Because we're down in there in the basement talking about movies and shit. You know,
Yeah.
we're not as entrepreneurial. All right, so a little bit of news. Nick, you know, we talked a little bit before the show, and we were upstairs, and Nick, you mentioned that Mulan was going to be released. It's not going to be a theatrical release as it was
it's the
initially
6th.
intended.
It's the 6th September?
on Disney
fourth.
Plus.
The 4th, that's it.
Yeah.
On Disney Plus.
Yeah, but you're going to have to pay for $30 for it.
So even
Oh, done.
if you're a subscriber,
That's the only way you can get it if you're a subscriber.
Yeah.
they
Then-
charge you an additional 30.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're $6 for the month.
$30,
I don't-
but how long can you watch it for?
Disclaimer: I don't.
I think it's
pay
just
for
one
it.
time.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's just one time. But I will say this: we all saw the trailer. That looks legit.
Looks
that
good.
does. It does look good.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just, I guess, how do you figure out the math on something like that?
you just
Well,
say,
Well, I
"Would
mean,
you take your
it's-
kid to
no,
the movies?"
seriously, it's simple. Let's just say family of 4 goes to the movies.
Yeah.
All right. So 4 tickets
$10 each
at least
on the low end.
I'm saying if you get the nosebleeds,
Yes, it's true.
Right?
It's true.
I did not know there was going to be
a
math.
box of dots. Right, because you got to have dots
And popcorn.
You got to
You gotta
have
have
you got to have junior mints
And popcorn.
You got to have popcorn.
That's how the movie theater is making their money,
right.
by the way.
You got to
Not
have
the tickets.
you got to have like 13 Coca-Colas.
Yeah.
And if you're at the movie tavern, 12 beers. So you're $200 into it right there.
Plus, you can pause when you want to piss.
That's what I said. And or you can sit naked on your couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm going to.
So I think 30.
I'm going to bring a towel next time I come to your house.
$30 is well worth it.
I think we should pull an end game on Friday night. Just first release of a fucking movie in forever.
Right?
I cursed. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Whatever.
We're
Gives a shit.
we're flying fast and loose because I think we're all pretty excited that we're all down in the basement, actually in one another's presence. And I get that everybody's doing these Zoom calls, and that's what's safe. And the only reason that you guys are down here is because I know you guys aren't jackasses. I know you well enough that we take the necessary precautions.
I got to stop licking toilet seats then.
Yeah, we're in a
if it
bubble.
didn't-
Oh, you're doing the Corona,
I'm in
the
a
China
bubble right
challenge,
now.
as you would say.
But
I Lysoled myself.
He injected it.
we got all the microbes off.
I'm still high.
Real quick, did you say AMC was like going to be doing 15-cent tickets coming soon? Yeah,
AMC, the
movie theater. Yeah,
theater?
Yeah, soon. I didn't read the whole article. I kind of skimmed it. I was like, 15-cent ticket. I get there's like the popcorn.
Good luck keeping
thing.
that clean.
They're just
They already have that. They already have enough trouble, dude.
So all these movies were pushing and pushing and pushing.
Tenant's coming out too.
A lot are supposed to still come out in September.
When is this?
Really?
What cast is Tenet supposed to come out on? Somebody was telling me today it's going to come out. I want to see that. That looks Christopher Nolan.
No shit.
That looks pretty. That looks pretty badass.
Well, I didn't see anything about them releasing Tenet on streaming. They're still.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I couldn't find out where it was going to get released. Probably just on Red on Demand, but
That's a shame because Nolan movies are made to be seen on a big screen.
it's one of the few directors that you would like. You got to go see, or one of the big theatrical ones, a Marvel, Star
Like a
Wars.
Michael Bay, kind of like. That was sarcasm.
Oh, wait! Now that we're all down in the basement, I mean, did you watch the Transformers
He did.
new animated?
No, I didn't see the whole thing. No,
Did you watch any of it?
I watched like one, but I didn't really. It was a lot. I was busy.
Yeah.
Jamie, it's such a
Again.
nostalgic little trip down
I
memory lane.
heard. I know. I gotta watch that,
Dude, it was good.
I'll cue it up.
I
I feel fortunate that I got to watch Umbrella Academy because that was awesome,
So tell me your thoughts on Umbrella Academy.
dude. It was awesome. Like the follow up, the storyline, the fact that and we stress it all the time. They put the social issues in, and I was good with it because it was tasteful and it made sense to the story. It wasn't just like, hey, here's this, suck that down,
Yeah.
enjoy it,
Yeah.
because that's the times,
How cool is 5?
dude. All the characters,
Yeah.
and
They're good compliment.
they had their place. Like nothing was out of whack. It was good. It was just solid, good writing. It was good.
Yeah, I agree.
It was awesome.
I thought
Jerry,
I
if
really
you
enjoyed
haven't
it.
picked it up, check it
I
out,
have
man.
to watch it.
Did you watch-
Where do we find it?
Did you watch? Yeah, I guess you did.
Jerry, you don't have to keep that.
I'm going to take it off.
Yeah.
Netflix.
Netflix? Okay.
Because they have the two
I have a
seasons.
Netflix account.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have 2 seasons.
I have it.
I use one.
So, did you really like 5 when he was fighting himself?
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
That was so cool.
That was awesome.
They're like zip, zip, zip.
I mean,
Did you pick up on that girl having powers? By the way,
Which one?
the one that
The daughter.
Oh yeah.
Because when she was fighting 5, and you're like, all right, how's she moving? Like
No,
that?
I knew as soon as she put that like bubble up.
I'm talking about earlier when she
No.
was fighting 5 in the basement somewhere, wherever.
No, I didn't.
I didn't know what
I
she
knew
had.
I knew as soon as she had a bubble.
Yeah.
As soon as that bubble, and I was like, she's got powers.
We really got to go listen to our critique of the original season,
Yeah.
because I think we all talked about there had to be more people out there than just
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And-
Which they find out that there is.
Yeah.
Well, they announced it in the beginning of the first season. They talked about there was 100 and some people, especially
Who
people.
called it Dad was from outer space?
You
I
called
think
it.
I did. They freaking took off his mask, and his mask is sitting there smiling while he's like doing whatever.
He's doing his alien
Yeah,
thing.
which hey, you always talk about the going back in time and all that shit. And,
Yeah.
dude, it worked well in this.
You can do time, man, as long as it's not a cheat. You got to have great writing to support it, not just
The
an
writing-
excuse to get out of the
Well-
hole you painted
Well,
or
Endgame,
dug yourself.
Endgame is the proven factor of it all. And for me, it's still the benchmark of. But although I didn't watch it, but I heard the end of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had a lot to do with that. They
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
No,
I
neither
kind of
did I.
lost. I watched the first 3 seasons, and I
I
was like,
tried. Hey, did you see there was a meme going around as Mark Bernardin from Jamie, you'll like this, from Kevin Smith and Mark Bernardin's Fat Man on Batman. They he posted
What a
he posted and I don't know if it was his or if he just retweeted it or but it was a great little meme that said Steve Rogers went back in time to make the world a better place and basically became Fred Rogers from Mr. Rogers'
Oh,
Neighborhood.
yeah.
That would have been funny.
Well, actually, he went back in time to get some pussy. I mean, let's be honest. That's exactly what he did.
He was
he
pretty
never had it before. That's why.
Yeah. He's like, shit, I'm going to go back and help myself out.
You mean such and such from accounting with the nose ring? I don't think so. So the only other thing, I have a couple.
Is it weird if you go back in time and then jerk yourself off? Just asking for a friend.
You got some issues, motherfucker.
Just asking.
It's a form of masturbation,
Hey, man,
right?
I'm asking for a friend. I didn't say I was asking.
So to your point, Nick, Tenet's actually coming. It was scheduled to come out September 3rd. I don't know if I guess that's going to be the new release date on video.
It was because it was supposed to come out August, right? Originally.
It's a lot of pushes, yeah.
And then, obviously there's Top Gun push. Who knows what's going on with that? But I will say this Dune is still scheduled to come out.
God, I hope so.
Oh, I'm so
Why are they remaking Top Gun?
No, it's not remaking.
Well, whatever.
It's a Top. I don't know.
Whatever.
It's Tom
retarded.
Cruise.
It's
Tom
retarded.
Cruise on a payday, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, Val Kilmer's a fat slob. You can't even use him in the new movie.
I know. Wouldn't that be great though if he was
That'd be
doing
totally
Lebowski and he was out on the trying to do a volleyball?
Fuck, man.
Dude, he looks like he's
Slow
melting.
motion jiggle, man boobs.
He's disgusting.
Well, talk about a fall from grace. Val
Who,
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer?
He was an
Yeah.
awesome actor.
That is.
Tombstone was one of my is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Because of him.
Tombstone, I just saw the other day. It's on Paramount's going to play Tombstone
For really?
one day this week, I think. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
movie.
That's
man.
a great movie.
He has every line that guy. I'm here, your Huckleberry. I play for blood. All that. It's all him.
Yeah.
I don't have any friends.
Wilder. They that whole series, they did a bunch of runs of like Tombstone and Wyatt Earp, Kevin
I love that
Costner.
stuff. I love
was
that stuff.
It's
Oh,
good
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Another one was the one with it was Silverado.
It's
too.
a great movie. El Dorado, if you want to go way back, with
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Yes,
John Wayne's
that
the
is
man.
it.
Yeah, El Dorado. Because who else was in that? What?
I love watching westerns. They're awesome.
They're awesome.
They're awesome. Anyway, we
Spaghetti
can go.
westerns.
Yeah. Donna's like, what do you want? Why are you watching something? Because it's amazing.
It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Dude, you look at the old Sergio
It's a Duke,
Leone,
man.
Yeah. The Duke's
spaghetti
the man.
westerns with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, dude.
Clint
Good
Eastwood.
man,
Good, bad, the ugly.
Yeah.
When he flips those guns over and takes out.
I don't think he ever had a bad movie, Clint Eastwood.
There's a couple.
Maybe a couple, but like.
But I mean,
Get
and
off
then he
my
came
lawn.
on strong when he was in his 70s.
I know.
director.
He did. Yeah.
Gran Torino, dude.
Yeah. Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Unforgiven.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What to talk about a Western. You thought his career was done before he did Unforgiven, and then he did it, and oh, man. it's so
Yeah.
good.
Well,
I never had a count. I just kill whatever.
Well, and you go and we made this comparison, and we're not unique in this opinion either. But you go and you look at that Sergio Leone, those old spaghetti westerns that really, it captured him as this Western movie star, and then you go and flash forward, and you go and you watch The Mandalorian, and you're like,
I
there's
can't wait for
so
the next
many
season.
goddamn beats taken from.
yeah.
Those spaghetti. The opening scene, he's practically, instead of walking through two saloon doors, he's walking through that space hatch.
Yeah.
Favreau, man.
Oh, yes.
Oh, did you see the thing I put out there
Yeah,
about
it's pretty
Favreau?
awesome.
That
Yeah.
was awesome.
Yeah.
He took advice from Kevin Feige, and he's just like, you got to pay homage to the core fans.
Yeah.
With adding and then expanding from there. And then you can go your little route.
See, but that's why guys like that succeed, and people are like revel in their success because
Of course.
they're not snob. They're not Michael Bay
Yeah.
or whatever, where they're trying to like put other people down. They're
They-
like, hey man, what do you think? You know what I mean? I'm going to build on top of what I already got. Help me out. And
Catherine
there you have
Kennedy,
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to reinvent the wheel.
Well, that's where I think there is some truth to the fact that he's going to take over the
Oh
franchise.
yeah, probably.
I hope so.
I think so. I think it's in the cards now.
Hey, dude, if you think about it,
15 Emmy nominations. First Star Wars
if you-
flick ever to get any kind of
if
nomination.
you think about it, he fucking rescued it.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did. Oh.
Dude, it was hurting. Like those
Yeah.
two films sucked. They sucked bad.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
You could even go 3 because Solo we still think should be a rated R. I know we like,
but I think Solo's good.
Still should have been rated R though. Come on, it's Han Solo.
Should not have been. You said
should have been.
Should have been.
Yeah.
I got
it's Han Solo before he met Leia and Luke. He was a smuggler. He was a bad guy.
He was a scoundrel.
Yeah.
Scoundrel. Yes.
Yeah.
Should have been a rated R. He hung out with bad people.
It was. I still
he
like
shot
it.
first.
But the two main movies sucked. Two main movies. Sucked.
They were horrible. I can still.
And it actually ruined the first one of that series too.
The first one was not a bad setup movie.
I agree with you. I think I liked the first one, and then it kind of got ruined by the other 2 pieces of shit.
I think the problem with them is she and Iger were so desperate to bring in a new generation of fans that they kind of said, well, those guys will follow the franchise. We're just going to go this way. Yeah. Well, that's not the case of what happened. We all got like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I don't like where you're going.
Well, they were also, to your point, Nick, they were also talking about that, she was more myopic about women empowerment, which rightfully so, you should have representation in your movies. If you have, but again, great storytelling. You have a little girl that's, you guys have little girls. If they go see somebody aspirational like Wonder Woman up on the screen in this really epic, well-told tale,
you're
going to create a fan for life, and they're going to be superhero nerds, and they're going to appreciate that stuff altogether.
Especially if their parents are already involved, dad, mom, whoever.
They're not going to remember what the empowerment mission was that drove that shit story.
Right.
For the
i.e. Captain Marvel.
Well, that's a good testament too.
Just saying,
right? That's a good testament too. I mean,
Wonder Woman was excellent.
Yeah,
and think about it; it came from the DC franchise, which, come on, they really don't hold up to par.
Yeah, except their animation.
And then you had Marvel,
which is true,
and you got Marvel, who is at the top of their game, put out some pandering piece of shit.
Yeah.
And if you want to sum it up,
for my personal belief, it's because
but still better than most.
She is all about
it is.
She is all about that, like wimp feminist. She's all about. That's my opinion.
But at the same time,
I'm not saying I have any.
That's why you have showrunners and directors and stuff like that. They could have been like, "Yo, listen, honey." Well, sorry, that's not technically.
Yeah, how
good.
dare you?
That's not good speak there.
Well, we always talk about the
sorry. Ma'am, is that good?
The one grape about Endgame.
We're going to have to send you to sensitivity training.
All right.
The one grape about Endgame.
Is there an HR person in here?
When they all sat in the middle. When they all sat, all the women got there and rescued Spider-Man. I'm like, that's the one grape I have about Endgame. We all talked about
What's
it.
that?
It's the Endgame. The scene in Endgame where all the women rescued Spider-Man and like, we got your back.
It's just
it's
pandering.
Like, come on, man.
Pandering sucks.
All right, these are old conversations. This is a new conversation.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Let's
a
move
new
on.
conversation about old movies. Good segue, right?
By the way, I do have Star Wars news. Ian McGregor got raped by his wife in divorce.
Oh,
First of all, she took half the rights to whatever.
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor. Sorry, I didn't say Ewan McGregor. Whatever.
She's dating that.
She took half the Star Wars royalties.
Holy shit.
And she gets $50,000 a month.
Nick, let me stop you right there. You don't think she deserves that, Nick? Just come on, Nick. You don't think she deserves that?
She took him from nothing.
That's fucking bullshit.
Thank God his $7 million home in L.A. and something else.
I hope she can survive on $50,000 a month.
He did keep his 30 cars collection.
Right?
True.
Dude, I don't know what it is about L.A.
They're $50,000 a month, right?
I don't know what I would do. I mean,
you know, people like celebrities are fleeing LA. Right?
Yeah, you know where they're going to? Because I actually got like a buddy of mine. He lived in Texas and then moved up here.
Austin.
So he went back there and he's like, dude. He's like, it's like California in Texas now, and he's like, it sucks.
What? Because they're all fleeing in
Yes,
Texas.
no, they're
fleeing
California
and
moving
to Texas.
Yeah, and moving to like Austin, particularly.
Yeah. You know why? Because one, it's about 53% tax on their income. Two, the fact that half thing. I mean, how many wives do celebrities go through, and husbands do they go through on a regular basis?
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's like you can't look at one celebrity that hasn't had at least one or two wives or one or two husbands, and then you split the assets. Like, I'm not saying that people don't. There's definitely rags to riches story where people have been arm in arm through all the suffering and everything, and then half is legit. But if you got bolted on after that person already had tens of millions of dollars in the bank, there needs to be some equity there.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like kind of like at first, because I didn't
Shouldn't
really,
be a blanket law.
Yeah, right. I didn't know like the whole Bezos story, but then you figure out that his his original wife, was like a pretty big part of his success.
When you read on that,
So I didn't know that at first. So yeah, in that case, she deserves it.
She's awesome, by the way. I've read up about her.
Oh yeah, she is cool, but. The McGregor deal,
I like her more than I like him.
Yeah, the McGregor deal, I don't think so.
No.
I mean, it sounds like the dude got raked through the coals.
Yeah.
Sounds like he did too.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess
now if
first
he was
of all,
an abusive turd or something like that,
then who gives a shit? Yeah,
Right, you get what
or
you
he
get.
cheated on his wife. Didn't even say anything about infidelity or anything like that. It just said they had.
Yeah, it wasn't a cocksmith and he wasn't a dick.
I saw that this week. I was like, damn.
So one last thing on news, and it's not much news. I think,
and they're filming that in January. They're starting to film that in January.
What, the Star Wars with him?
Yeah,
Obi-Wan.
Yeah, and
who's involved in that one?
Supposedly, this is grain of salt. I'm not sure, but Hayden Christensen might reprise his role as like a flashback scene with him. And
who's running the show?
I think it's still Feige, not Feige. Favreau.
Okay.
I think he's going to be executive. But don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
All right.
So one last thing on the news is that you talked about the Plane Strange things. We're all disappointed the fact that they're remaking that movie.
Yeah, some things you just leave the hell alone.
Will Smith
like Top Gun, just leave it alone.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree. It's an awesome movie.
But whatever.
Could you imagine how they would cast Goonies today?
Dude,
I don't think you could.
Yeah, dude.
No.
And it was awesome. And I watched it last night with the kids, and it's still, dude.
I was going to say, does it hold up?
It does. The kids loved it. They thought it was awesome.
That's Richard Donner, does Superman fame.
Yeah. Yo, I was trying to think.
And
the one
Lethal Weapon.
Who is the one Fratelli brother with the glasses? Who is that guy?
Oh, that's Joey Pants. Joey Pantalone. He's been in everything. He's been
I
in
know,
Matrix. He's been
Matrix.
in
Okay.
Oh, he was in Sopranos.
Sopranos.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. All right. I was trying
He's got the tube.
Yeah, it was killing me.
It's one of those guys. He's a good actor, but he's
like
never been the mainstay actor.
Yeah, so he's like,
he was in the Will Smith movie Brothers.
The one that just came out, the part 3.
Yeah,
Bad Boys.
He was the chief.
Yeah.
The second one was terrible.
Well,
So I can't imagine how crappy the third one's going to be.
I heard it wasn't that good. I just wasn't interested in that story anymore.
Well,
The cop
because they're just
genre,
bringing it on the third time in
Yeah.
a row. It doesn't change.
Yeah.
It's the same stupid fucking storyline.
Yeah.
But so speaking of which, about the same storyline, and let me get this out real quick. So, the last thing is The Boys is coming out September 4th.
Oh, I can't wait. We got a lot.
New trailers were coming out a week ago.
We got a lot coming out. We got Mandalorian, which you're hyped up on October.
That's October, right?
But you got the Boys. There's something else coming out in September. I cannot remember.
Well, the Mulan thing's coming out.
No. There's another show that we've been waiting for to come out.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Damn.
I'm poorly
It's not
prepared.
Discovery, is it?
Yes. Yes. It's
quick
coming
question.
out in December.
I got a quick
not
question.
December. October.
Awesome.
Discovery season 3 is coming out in October.
I got a question.
That's what it was.
What's up with the Lord of the Rings shit?
It got delayed because of the virus.
But they've attached the director.
So, like, anything's going on? No.
They have it. They know the time frame.
They're gonna
It's
milk that out in oblivion.
It's the second age or something like that.
Yeah, it's a
It's
second
about
age.
that island off of Middle Earth.
Well, if they're talking about the Grey Havens, that's like after you go and die and all that stuff.
No. There was an island. It's kind of like where this.
By the way,
Like
this
Atlantean.
is where chicks dry up. Just so you know.
Jerry, put your cape back
Just
on.
say-
We have one girl that listens to our show. It's his
I'm
wife.
just saying. I'm giving everybody a heads up.
Oh, by the way, how did you like that tattoo I sent of you of the Wawa manager with? That was awesome, wasn't it?
It was pretty good.
That was
Yeah, she was
quality
a-
work, man.
She looked kind of hot too. You should have got a full picture.
Yeah, I don't think that would have been appropriate.
Yeah,
Sure, it would have been.
Where does that go?
I'm just I just tell her my man with the golden cape said it was okay.
So that's all that, very minuscule.
Throwing a staff joke.
But no, by the way, that's still probably about
then
it.
she goes, "You shall not pass."
Yeah. There's so many things you could do with it.
It's probably supposed to come out next summer, but I think they pushed it back.
Okay.
Obviously, for obvious reasons.
Here's the thing I know for a fact is that they're not going to run out of funding.
No. Well, if the contract was right, they only had 2 years to start producing it.
Well, if anything,
Is that what they said?
Yeah, but I guess because of the whole thing.
Well, if anything, the COVID has helped their business model. So, I mean, they have more funding, we'll say.
Yeah, I would love it if we're not going to get into that. But so we got a lightweight topic. We're not going to get to it quite yet, but I just want to do a quick sort of round robin and hear what you guys are watching. Jerry, what are you watching?
Yellowstone.
How is it?
Oh, that's good.
Fucking amazing.
That's Kevin Costner, right?
Yes.
First season was great.
Legit.
Yeah.
And what's
I
it
liked
on?
the first season.
Huh?
I didn't
It's
see
on
it.
Peacock.
Peacock?
Fuck that thing's called.
Well,
NBC.
it's on.
It's
It's on Peacock.
No, it's on Peacock. It's
It's on like Paramount. or something.
That's it. Paramount.
Is it Paramount?
But you can watch any episode on Peacock. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you know what I heard, and I didn't even realize this? There's Peacock, right, which is the NBC logo.
Oh, is there like a porn thing?
No.
That's called RedTube.
YouTube.
Nothing
RedTube.
That's right. There's no peacocks on it.
There's cocks on RedTube.
But not P ones.
Yeah, there's no peacocks.
But what's a female peacock called?
I don't know.
A peahen. I swear to God, not a joke. Not even a joke.
That sounds like a dad joke.
It's not even a
Yeah,
dad
do
You
you
want
joke.
to fact check that?
No, I swear to God, it's called a
It
peahen.
sounds like something useless
So
information.
if you think about it, it's a pretty, this is a male-dominated industry. They managed to get away with maintaining that brand without having,
We'll give it a minute. You just brought it to light, so somebody's going to change that tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
You brought it to light.
Cancel that culture.
Yeah, you just screwed whoever over. Good job.
All right. Thank you very much. So you're watching, what are you digging so much about it?
Well, it's got that like Western feel to it, and
Yeah.
Kevin Costner's badass. So
He's running a ranch, right?
Yeah.
It's modern day times.
yeah,
The storyline's
He
pretty
owns
good.
like
amazing.
he owns like half of Montana, doesn't he, or something like that? Yeah.
Yes.
I only watched the first
Wyoming
season.
or one of those two.
Yeah.
But I don't want to give a lot of it away, but it's
Have you guys ever been out that way?
no. But I want to. So I want to buy something out there, retire to it, but somebody won't let me.
Can't leave.
Your
the
wife
Eagles.
is such a social butterfly, man. Could you
God.
imagine her out in the middle of nowhere?
Be awesome.
Dude,
Yeah, you would love it. She would
would be
claw your
awesome.
eyes out.
grow like a big ass beard and just
Oh,
like,
I thought you were going to say grow like a big ass something else.
I did hear that. I only
Be
watched
awesome.
the first season. My
Well,
sister's a big
well.
fan of it. She's trying to get me to watch the second season. She said the second season's not good, but the third
Oh,
season's
you know.
amazing.
It's legit.
Yeah, I got to get back into it.
let's give it.
Yeah, of course.
Because I like the Kevin Costner. I like the young son,
Yeah.
Casey.
Casey.
I like Casey. You know,
That's right. You were telling me you were watching it.
I did. I watched it. He got me into it. He
Dude.
told me to watch and he stopped watching it.
No, it's good. I'm back
He
on
watched
it.
like 3 episodes. He's like, Nick, you got to watch this. So I started watching it.
I'm
He
starting
stopped
to
watching
accumulate
it.
more time, man. I'm starting to accumulate more time.
You mean until you buy another fixer-upper? And
Well, that
you
too,
know.
but yeah.
There was a time, brother, you like had the most time out of all of us. Every time we come to the play,
Truth.
you would like, for some reason,
Not anymore.
watched it, saw it. Not good.
See, man, and that's what we said in the very beginning of us.
You busted my balls in the beginning, and then you took over after that, and you were like,
But
Yeah.
think about that, man. If we go, we said in the beginning when we started this endeavor, this podcast over 2 years ago, we said it's going to be at the very least a snapshot of who we were when we were. Jamie, Nick, you have more kids. You know,
I don't have any time now.
Jerry, you've just recently got promoted in your gig. Jamie, you've bought and sold houses. You're moving into. You just bought another house. You're going to be moving into. It's like if at the very least we can go back and hear what we were digging, what our lives were like, and a lot of times that would just go away. It would just disappear in the reaches of our mind, and we would never remember it again. But now we got this. I'm sorry, I'm getting sentimental. going to be 50 next year. All the estrogens.
Oh my God.
All the teary-eyed stuff coming in there.
Anyway, all right. So you're watching Yellowstone. Nick, what do you got on the
outside Tinkerbell and Disney Plus? I am watching I'm watching Shark Week with my wife because there's really not much going on. So
is that on now?
It's on this week.
The shit on.
Will Smith did an episode. Mike Tyson was on it. The Tyson thing wasn't. Well, it's Tyson. He did shit, but
dude, he owns sharks.
Does he really? I know he owns a tiger. He owns a tiger.
Yeah,
but that was like he owned sharks at one time too.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm pretty sure we should look that up, but I'm pretty sure he had sharks.
Really?
Yeah, he owned sharks.
Anyway, but
Tracy Morgan does. I know that.
Will Smith was good. Will Smith was really good. Check that one out.
Of course, he's a good.
Hey, he was just
he's like
a big scaredy cat too. When it goes,
he's a good commentator.
Dude, you see these sharks like some of the little sharks are like 4 or 5 feet long. And you're like, I ain't getting a fucking water with that. Then these people getting with great whites that are 20 feet long and are in a fucking cage, and I'm like, no way, dude. No.
Hey, did they do?
The one guy doesn't have an arm or a leg. His arm was cut off. He was like a Navy SEAL or something. He got bit by a shark or something like that.
So the shark bit his arm off.
Right. This is before he got into sharks. This guy, he bit his arm and his leg off. But then he got after that, instead of getting all PTSD, he got wanted to help save the sharks and all that, and got all involved. And now he's on Shark Week. It's actually these personalities, these guys that are
like
doing
Happy Gilmore. He found his eye in the fucking alley,
something like that.
His hand.
That's
what it was.
But it's pretty cool stuff. You ever and they do cut scenes of they go underneath South Africa, right where Seal Island is, where they have the great whites jumping out of the water. Man, these suckers are huge, and they're getting 10 feet out of the water. Oh man, God bless these people to do all this. I'm not big into sharks, but my wife is, so I watch it every year with her. And when they get celebrities on or they do the great white aspect, I totally dig it. It gets me going.
That makes sense that you're watching Shark Week because I saw a trailer ad, something that floated in. And it was just, you click on it and it shows this trailer. It was naked and swimming with sharks.
I saw that.
That's a smart idea.
Swimming, yeah.
Hey, what do you
just address the question?
They're trying to act naked and afraid with the shark.
Well, again, I'm asking for a friend here. What if you're swimming with your menstrual cycle? I'm just asking.
I always think of that with naked and afraid. I said that to Shannon. I'm like, what if it's your time of the month, man?
I mean,
what do you do? You stick leaves up there or something?
Yeah,
leaves.
I don't understand it.
I don't think you do understand how.
I just think you just stay out.
No, by the way, and I have been watching. I just started last night watching Next Generation, the original. I watched the episodes where the Klingon.
What's that on?
Civil War.
Peacock?
No, it's on Netflix.
Peahen?
Netflix. Is it?
Yeah, you can have it on Netflix. You can CBS All Access or Netflix. Oh, and you'll like this. They're going to do because of the show. You'll like this one. They in the CBS All Access, they have Below Decks. The kid goes into the holodeck and he wants to become he wants to become one of the red.
Is this the animated?
Yeah, he wants to become one of the red shirted guys, and they're he's doing a Kobayashi Maru test, and the kid totally fails, and he goes, "You should have just done the Janeway directive." And he goes, "What the hell is that?"
Janeway was good.
It's actually, guys, check it out. It's 20-minute splurts. It's pretty good.
I saw the first episode.
It's not great, but it's good.
It's entertaining.
It's entertaining.
I like Janeway.
I know you did. That's why I threw it out there for you.
Yeah. Did you watch Orange is the New Black?
No.
She's in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays the chef or something.
She's not. Yeah. She's an interesting character. But so Shark Week, that's what you got under your
belt.
Jamie, what you watching?
I watched The Umbrella Academy. That was good.
You gave some commentary earlier, so definitely
The
two
Kingdom.
thumbs up.
I was watching The Kingdom with Brian. Brian got me hooked on that.
What is that? You brought that up
it's
before.
like it's some like show where it's about
reality or
no, it's kind of like no, it's not reality. It's not.
It's actually a drama.
It's like a drama.
Okay.
About like MMA fighters and like stuff like that.
So there's a story,
and
to
it's
it.
actually not like dumb. Like it has like a good storyline. It's got its twists and.
So what's drawing you to it?
The story, I guess, because it's interesting. Like
Right.
the one guy's like a drunk, like the mom was like a drug addict, and then there's like the other one like fights like the same kind of demons. The one son's like gay, but he's like in denial. And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, like overall, the story is pretty interesting.
Obviously, it's keeping you in the game.
I liked it.
What's it on?
Netflix.
I've seen it. I have never watched it, but I've seen it.
And then Yellowstone too. I got to finish that, but that
I'm surprised.
This show is good.
That's
dude.
a sleeper for me, man. I
What's
kept
that?
going by it. Yellowstone. I know you guys have been telling me about
the
this
story is awesome.
It's legit, man.
And it ramps up too, because like I think the first season it was kind of slow.
No, I thought the first season
but
was
it
good.
and it like ramps up.
I just never got into the second season.
I like it.
It kind of like teetered a little bit, and then somebody said the third season's amazing.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
So, is that it?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching kids shows like Ninjago and all that stuff.
I've been really jealous about I was a little jealous to hear that you have this drive-in movie theater.
Oh yeah. We went to the drive-in movie theater up north, and we saw Goonies and Gremlins.
What a 1-2 punch,
dude!
man.
I know Goonies was
the
awesome.
original, not that number 2.
And I was explaining to the kids the Gremlins. I was like, it's kind of like a nice little Furby that turns a little mean.
Don't get them wet.
Yeah. Don't get them wet.
Don't feed them after
Don't feed 'em at
midnight.
midnight.
I mean,
Yeah, don't flash them.
follow the rules, man. Follow the rules.
Yeah.
It's dark too. How did the kids hold up with it?
We left like halfway through, but they were falling asleep. I mean, it got late. It was late. So
That's a cool little
but I will revisit it with them because we were actually discussing that because of the sign of the like everything with the times, like how like sensitivity and all that stuff. But I was actually discussing this with my brother-in-law about how I used to watch some movies that I probably shouldn't have been watching when I was my daughter's age.
Yeah.
But then if you sift through some
There's
of
no
it,
parental controls on that cable box. man.
no.
zipping around.
But, I'm like semi in agreement with them on the fact that like some of them, I think like aside from like the sex stuff,
Yeah.
which like that's weird, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But like some of the stuff, like I think it's okay, man.
They can handle it.
That's what I said. I'm like because we were talking about like Predator. Like Predator's pretty gory and violent and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's like I watched it. It's actually like like 1 or 2 F-bombs.
Wait a minute. I'm going to disagree if you're showing your
I didn't show it to her.
4-year-old
I didn't, no, not the 4-year-old.
Oh.
9, 10.
Oh, 9, 10. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not showing the 4-year-old. I mean, come on.
Hey, you know what? Jamie, I don't disagree
You out of
with you
your
there. It's
goddamn
probably
mind.
not that bad. But if you want them to come in your room scared,
No,
have a bad
I don't want them to
dream,
come
then
in
you probably don't want to do that.
I don't want to come in scared, but I don't know.
No, you can know what it is. It's all it's individual. If you're in tune with your kids and you can talk to them about certain things,
Yeah.
like what was the biggest relief for my youngest, who's now 14, was when I said, guys, when you're watching a movie, there's somebody always holding the camera. And just that realization that it's all filmed.
Yeah.
It set that it broke that fourth wall, and it made them. I didn't realize it even sunk in until like 5 years later.
Well, we were
when
talking
they
about
regurgitated it to me, and
we were
and
talking
said it made
about
them
like
feel better.
Even someone like I don't even think like okay. So even with the Goonies last night, there's some like sexual innuendos. I guess you would call those.
Yeah.
But like the kids glaze over them because they don't even know what the
they
fuck.
don't
They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
I still probably, if you mention it right now, I probably wouldn't know.
Because like I was seeing, I was like, and then I like looked back and They don't know what the...
Yeah, because then you didn't figure it out. Now you get it.
Yeah,
Well,
now I
it's
get
like
it.
Warner Brother cartoons. When you watch Warner Brother cartoons when you were a kid, you were like, ah, ha, ha. Or Tom and Jerry, like, smashed him on his head and stuff like that. All that slapstick stuff was the stuff that you laughed at when you were a kid. But then when you got older, you were like, oh, shit, there's some sophisticated humor in there. Because those things were shown to adults when they went out to the movies, when people got dressed up and went out to the theater, right? And they would show those Looney Tunes. And so, yeah, I could see it being the same way. There's shit going to go flying right over their heads.
Yeah, and I just think, like, you know, that's how I was, like, trying to talk to Brie, and we're still in debates. But I think we need to, like, tone it back. Not tone it back, but let it filter in there. I mean, it's...
Yeah, you got to...
Because by the time they're all 11, they watch YouTube.
For the drive-through, how do they connect? Bluetooth to your car?
No, it goes through the speaker. They give you an FM station.
Oh, really?
And it's pretty damn clear.
Yeah.
And then obviously people like ran their batteries out.
Because they're dumb.
Yeah, I mean, don't know what a set of jumper cables are.
Right.
Which, by the way, that is something you should teach your kids also.
How to jumpstart a car?
Yes, because there was some young people that looked at jumper cables like they just fell out of the
Did you have to help
Well,
them,
that's
Jamie?
just like, you know, me helping some 20-something-year-old man change a tire on his car.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Why, dude? Why do you make fun of me, dude?
Brah.
You're not
You
funny
can't
stuff.
change your own car tire?
Brah. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Jack it up.
You might
take
have
off
to
the
get your
nose?
skinny jeans dirty,
Right.
We're
bud.
still
Yeah.
talking about cars, right? Not
on-
marriage.
Yeah. But yes,
Jack it up, take off the nuts.
actually, more so than rated R movies, you might want to teach your kids how to change a tire, jump your car, just simple things. You don't need to know how to fix it per se, but
Dude.
those life.
So this happened to you
lessons-
recently, then?
Yeah, not too long ago.
Dude, I see this all the time.
It's
dude.
almost as bad as me parallel parking a car for people.
What? I don't understand
Used
that.
to happen quite
I thought
frequently.
that was like, I know you don't have to do it anymore, but that should be still in driver's
I will admit, though,
still should be.
I have like some anxiety things sometimes, like parallel parking. Like, say you're in Westchester and it's like real tight or whatever, and there's like traffic. I'm like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, like I'll go in and be like, that was too sharp, and then I'll like start like freaking out. But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, you should know how to parallel park. At least the basic concept of the damn thing.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, people
I think if your anxiety about parking, correct me if I'm wrong, is inconveniencing other people.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it totally is, because that's all I think about is like, I'm holding up some poor bastard going to work, going to dinner, whatever, and I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you're totally effed. So like, I'll do it once, twice, and I pull the hell out. But yeah, guess what, we're trying it again.
Dude,
Well, if you can't get in on a second try, then you should pull
No,
it out.
I'm just saying, but... Or it could be worse. You could watch some dude do it nose first.
Oh.
Bastard. You
Yeah.
bastard.
Yeah.
So a buddy of mine years ago, we were driving to the Irish pub in Philadelphia. I think it's on like 17th and
Oh, I know where it is.
yeah.
Yep.
And so right by Rittenhouse Square, and him and his wife were parking their car, and me and Cindy were parking our car. And as we're parking, we're watching my buddy struggle to get into this parking spot.
It's painful.
Right? He's
It's,
struggling.
I'm not. It really is to watch somebody parallel park and they're just like,
Nick, this was the kiss of death. His wife gets out of the passenger seat,
Oh,
gets in the car, and parks that shit.
that's a shame.
Yes.
Yo, did you...
And then, wait a minute.
sexist, John.
It gets better.
That is sexist.
No, but the reason you're right, it was. But the reason it gets better is because while we're waiting at the door, and of course the bouncer / doorman's there, my buddy goes walking up, and the guy goes, had to get her to park the car, huh? Like that.
Yeah. Yo, speaking of which,
I was like, just drop your balls right now.
if you want to see some entertaining shit, go to a boat dock.
Oh, yeah, been there.
Dude, it's like, dude, you own a boat, man.
Yeah.
And you don't know how to put it in the water. Like, you might want to take up another hobby, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And it's easy
prestige.
to
It's a
jack that
prestige.
boat.
Dude, it's hilarious. Like, in and out of that dock. Like, that can go
I have
bad.
no interest in ever owning a boat, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I do.
Boats are
I can see that.
Just charter them, man.
Yeah, me too. I'm all about charter.
Yeah.
Oh, I watch Below Deck too, but nobody watches reality.
That's
TV.
what I thought you were talking about when you were talking about the Star Wars animated series Below Deck.
Oh no, it's two different ones.
Yeah.
Below Decks. I'm
Is it-
sorry.
Yeah.
Below Deck is a
reality show, right?
It's actually pretty cool. I think I mentioned
I've heard good things.
I mentioned a couple times on the show. It's the only reality show I actually truly like to watch with my wife because you get this huge 65-foot yacht and you get these super wealthy people charter one of these things for like a weekend. And then people have a 5-star chef, you have all these people, but these people underneath are all like crammed together and they film them trying to work in and out of these scenarios. And it's like 6-week charters of different guests coming on board. Then they get like nights out where they get like obliterated. They get fucked up and they let it have it, who they hate, who they like, who they want to screw. It's as true reality TV, I feel, as there ever will be true reality TV.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's still probably...
It's scripted, but
some of it's scripted, but when you get drunk, how do you script that?
Does it have like a puck, though, where he sticks his finger in the peanut butter?
Holy shit, that was some old school...
Hey, man.
What was that? That was MTV,
Real World, man.
Real World, that's right.
Did you know The
Picking
Miz?
scabs.
I don't watch it. My wife watches The Miz and all that. He was, it's a wrestling guy, WWE.
Yeah, he was Real World or something.
He was Real World. I didn't know.
He was... I think he was Road Rules.
Whatever. You guys brought that up. It's just... She watches
that was
that
a
too.
whole thing for MTV for a while.
Oh, yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
They
did like 15 seasons or something.
And back in the day, I thought like Puck was awesome too because he's a fucking bike messenger. I was like, oh, dude, you can ride a BMX bike through town. But one,
he didn't play by the rules, man.
No, he didn't play by the rules. One, he was a fucking bike messenger. I mean, dude. He probably made like pennies on the dollar. One, and two, he's driving a BMX bike through the streets of San Francisco. I don't know if you've ever been to San Francisco, but it's a bunch of fucking hills, and a BMX bike is no good on hills.
No.
Well,
you need a fucking 10-speed.
Gears.
Yeah, you need gears, bro.
The only MTT series I liked was Beavis and Butthead.
Oh,
yeah.
Remember the marathons? The marathons were awesome, dude.
Do you know Mike Judge doesn't own a stitch of that property?
What?
Go figure.
Really?
Are you serious?
Yep.
Go figure.
None of it.
He kind of like just signed it away because
the marathons were the best.
Mm-hmm. Dude, and you guys were talking about...
The best is when they were trying to get the wavy lines on the TV. I can't do it justice.
They shave their hair and then glue the beards on. Chicks dig beards.
Face looks like pubes. You guys are mentioning the Gremlins. You mentioned, Jamie, Gremlins, that double feature of Gremlins, and what was the other one?
Which there's a lot of fans times. Goonies.
Goonies and Gremlins.
Goonies is better than Gremlins.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I mean. How do you forget that?
But it got me thinking about Ghostbusters.
Here's a question.
And it's not coming out till March.
Here's a question. Who's the best actor that came out of the Goonies?
Oh, definitely. What's his name? No Country for Old Men.
Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
you wouldn't have thought that a couple of years ago, but man, the guy's phenomenal.
Dude, if you haven't watched No Country for Old Men,
I've never.
Oh my god!
I know you guys.
Thanos, dude.
I've never brought it up because you guys always hit that movie, but
that movie's ridiculously good.
Yeah.
All right,
but Goonies is awesome, dude.
What are you watching?
Yeah, we didn't get to that, brother.
Yeah.
I am watching Doom Patrol. I have it. It's DC property. It's from an old school comic book. Actually, the original characters are from the 30s. And I talked to Nick about this on one of the previous podcasts. And the first season, first handful of episodes, I was like, this seems like if the CW series were, say, a 5 out of 10. Initially, I thought this was a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Higher production value, a little bit more interesting as far as the story. But then I kept watching it. And I don't know if it's because there's such a deficit in this space right now.
Oh, yeah.
Just jonesing for shit to like.
We got to come back to something, too, about the CW.
But watching Doom Patrol, they're the most... It's such an unusual, quirky, goofy take on superheroes. These are superhero rejects. Like they don't want to be superheroes. Their backstories are these misfit toys, and it just is. It's a refreshing take on a superhero genre. It's one of those things to where, and
what's it on?
It's on HBO Max. So it's it's the streaming version of HBO.
So is
basically.
HBO Go gone, by the way?
Yeah, it is. It's HBO Max now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still not on Roku though. I tried to get it. I
Yeah,
had to look it up.
That's why I'm asking.
serious?
That's
It
actually why I'm
wouldn't pop up.
asking.
You can
wouldn't
get
pop-
it through your, like, if you go to HBO Max or HBO Online,
Yeah.
you can put in your
Get it through your browser. on
browser. Yeah.
Oh, you got to do it that way. You
'Cause-
can't just go Xfinity through your Xfinity.
No, you have to
remote.
log into like
That's
HBO.
actually what I was asking.
Yeah, you got to log into it. Then you got to put in your TV provider and then your credentials, and then you can stream
Gotcha.
it. Yeah.
Their big thing was, I know this was, they wanted to launch with the launch was the Friends reunion thing, but that all got pushed back because of this shit. So
Chinese virus?
yeah, exactly.
China.
China.
She died a couple years
He
ago,
just
so I don't think it's
smacked
her
asses.
virus. But anyway,
The
So-
China virus.
but no, so. But I do want to. That's good to know because I've been trying to I downloaded the app, but I haven't actually put anything in it yet.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get it the other night actually because I was going to watch. I was going to actually really try to watch. Damn it!
What?
We're older, man. It happens.
The series that the series that came off the movie.
Off what movie?
That you kept on talking about and didn't see it. He has like the blue cock in the briefcase.
Oh, dude.
I was trying to see that.
Yeah, you watch
What's that? Oh,
I know.
Watchmen was so
Holy
good.
shit, man! You got to watch that.
I know, but I couldn't get it. That's why I was.
I don't
trying
know
to
if
get
they
it on there.
renewed the second season though.
I'll figure it
It's
out.
so good.
I'll figure it out. But
Blue
Yeah.
cock and that was awesome.
That was amazing.
so
And
It takes a little bit to ramp up, but once it
yeah. No,
Once it
I'm
does,
all
man.
about watching.
agreed.
I'm all about watching it, but.
Dude, check that out and give Doom Patrol a chance. But if you had a spare, half hour.
I wish there was more to watch. There's really not
Yeah, well,
much out there right now. There's that Jamie
True.
Foxx movie that just came out on Netflix
I didn't even see it.
with Jordan Love. And
Is it good?
Hewitt. I didn't watch it yet. It's
Jennifer
just,
Love Hewitt.
No, Gordon Love. What the hell?
Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
That's it.
Dude,
That's his name.
and that's why I feel so guilty too.
Power.
Power. I think that's what it
I
is.
feel not guilty, but I feel like horrible because I haven't seen the Flash on CW at all. And
Oh,
got
no,
me to-
that's not what I'm talking about.
He got me to watch Flashpoint Paradox. I loved it.
you know how bad I was watching it.
Yeah.
but I haven't seen it because
So you haven't seen all the mega crossover stuff or anything like that?
no, not since. How long's it been? Like a year or two?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, since then.
Wow.
Oh,
And I'm like, I was thinking about the other day. I was like, man, I kind of miss that show. I know it's not
Dude,
the greatest.
if you dig those shows, if you dig the CW shows, check out. Here's the thing: check out Doom Patrol.
I don't like the other CW shows. I think they suck. Supergirl is stupid. Arrow pisses me off
I
because
personally think they're all stupid.
I'm not a big CW fan.
Neither
so.
am I.
the Flash is good because it's the Flash. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Arrow is dumb because they're dude, it's hey, I'm Arrow. Okay, now I'm Mayor, and you see me in my costume, but now you
Yeah.
forget that I'm
The
Arrow.
suspension of disbelief is strange.
It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
dude. And you can only bring somebody back from the Lazarus pit 8 times. I'm good on that.
But let me finish with the Doom Patrol. real
Oh,
quick.
come
I know you
on.
hold on to that thought, Nick. So Doom Patrol has these cast of misfits, right? And so, but they do really, really goofy stuff. There's a portal inside of, let me see, just the cast of characters. There is a character called Crazy Jane. She's got 64 personalities, and each personality can manifest itself.
It's like Legion?
In a suit, like Legion, can manifest itself in a superpower. There's Elastigirl, who was this actress from the
Probably a good date.
it's flexibility
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Elastic Girl.
Oh yeah, dude.
So she,
I let her heads out on that. Right?
Good or bad, dude? It can go really bad for you.
Jamie Lake's where your head at. He's the guy that wanted to go back in time and jerk himself off.
Yeah, whatever, man.
I mean, for a friend. Sorry,
For a
Jamie.
friend, dude. I was asking for a friend.
But
Not for me.
There are all these tragic stories and reluctant heroes, which I think is so unconventional, and they feel like I need a little dose of unconventional, and they turn this genre kind of up on its head, and the dialogue is fantastic. Brendan Fraser plays this character called
I
Robot
like him.
Yeah.
I like.
I loved him.
Yeah.
man.
Nothing's
plays-
wrong with
He just
Encino,
fell
man.
off the edge.
It was no school ties, but you know.
Yeah.
No, he was in The Mummy.
The
man.
Mummy.
Come
Yeah,
on,
The
man.
Mummy.
Dude, he crushed at the Mummy.
He did.
The first two.
He
He was
did.
awesome.
Yeah. But like I said, not too enthusiastic thumbs up. It's not a Game of Thrones season 1 through 7, but it is
1 through 6.
1 through 6, excuse me.
7 still sucked too.
But it's definitely worth a while watch.
I'm glad we can talk about that, though. You're right.
Yeah.
in this Sahara desert of entertainment that we're living in right now.
Real quick, I
Yeah.
wanted to touch on HBO Max. Did you see any of the clips of the director's cut for Justice League that they're going to re-release?
The Snyder release.
The Snyder release. It's not
supposed to be
a
in
clip,
March, right?
Not a clips, but they've been showing like his version of the big baddie. What the hell was his name?
Darkseid.
Not Darkseid, but they hint to Darkseid in his cut.
Oh,
Like
Steppenwolf.
Steppenwolf. There's a part where Wonder Woman goes on an archaeological dig or something, and there's like
And what's this?
Justice League.
Justice
Snyder
League
cut.
Snyder cut. Remember how he left halfway through because his daughter died? So and then who's not Steppenwolf?
It's Darkseid.
No, it's the Steppenwolf. His version of Steppenwolf. Did you guys? I should have sent it to you guys. It was pretty badass.
Did
Really?
anybody watch Wonder Woman?
What he wanted to.
What?
The new one? Did it come out?
It didn't come out. It got delayed.
1984 is supposed to be coming out in October or maybe even
If they
December.
hold it, I don't know when it's supposed to come out because it was supposed to come out in July.
Yeah.
Like
There's so much stuff that's jammed up. And then if you go and search, sometimes you'll see like articles that show the original release dates, which are like way off.
yeah.
Because Black Widow still hasn't come out. The New Mutants still hasn't come out. Not that
Who
I'm
cares
pining for
about the New Mutants?
I know.
I mean, they're just releasing that because they have to, because it's going to sit there if they don't. I'm surprised they just haven't released it on Netflix or something just to get rid of it.
Yeah,
or Disney Plus.
They done lost their money. So definitely recommend Doom Patrol. One thing that just came out as of yesterday, today being August 17th, was Lovecraft Country. It's on HBO. It's based in this sci-fi genre. It's got Jordan Peele, who's executive producing it.
That dude's pretty awesome.
He's on a roll for sure. To say
What
the
did he
very
do?
least.
Oh, who is he? Let's refresh my
He
memory.
did Get Out.
Okay, didn't
All right.
watch it.
Originally from Key and Peele.
Originally from Key and Peele. He did the revamp of Twilight Zone, and I'm kind of trying to remember what else. But
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I do know who you're talking about.
And then,
Yeah. So he's got J.J. Abrams that's backing this already as
Which
also.
he's lost favor for me.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm been a fan of
Star
his.
Wars was a bitter.
What are you
pill.
saying? He didn't finish?
Yeah.
I'm just, hey.
So I meant to tell you about this. So I've listened to an interview with Darren Aronofsky, who is part of the writing crew that started
For Lost?
right? And they said they wanted to go 3 seasons and done. And then because it was such a phenom and such a hit, the studio was like,
the
we
green
need
ball.
more,
Yeah,
more,
the green
more.
ball.
And so they were thinking, okay, we might be able to stretch this out because they had an ending in mind. We might be able to stretch this out to like 6 seasons.
So what was that ending?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still wondering because
Is that goofy afterlife or already dead type of thing? And
it was shit.
yeah, and
It was pretty bad.
they were like,
Still the
all right,
best
we got
opening
like
scene
one
ever
more,
in a show.
2 more seasons tops, and they thought they were on the same page as the studio, and the studio was like, we were thinking 10 more seasons.
What?
10.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
and so they managed to stretch it out, I think, to 6 or 7. I can't remember exactly.
It's funny how these either producers or executives
Dude,
get
it's
it
so-
wrong.
Writers had it right.
It's some slime ball. on his
like
palm
Game of
screens.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones, it was the other way around.
Yes, you're right. It was opposite Game of Thrones, but
Which is awesome because they lost their ass on that.
Oh, and
Like-
now
like-
nobody wants to hire him.
Yeah,
They're blackballed.
It's like, good job, dude. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
to be
Try to rush the
clairvoyant.
Star Wars gig. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's pretty bad because they already suck.
So I'm into Lovecraft. I'm going to finish watching the first episode that was last night. It's basically it opens up really, really strong. It opens up with a dream sequence, and it shows you don't know it's dream sequence, but you see this a black soldier in World War II fighting his way through this trench, and he's killing the opposition left and right, and then he sees this big explosion happen. He climbs out of the trench, and there are flying saucers all over the place.
What?
Yeah.
And it's done tastefully, not
It's
like cheesy.
Very coolly. You kind of get the gist that it's a little surreal and it might be some type of dream sequence if you're really paying attention. But initially, if you're not prepared for it, you're like, "Holy shit, I'm in!" Right?
Yeah.
And then this woman comes down out of one of these flying saucers, and she gives him a hug. She's smoking.
She's green.
And she's like a fuchsia.
She's in anal probing. Asking for a friend also.
Dude, you got to get new friends.
And they're very sexual.
Most of them are at this table, so I didn't ask you.
I never said I was.
Nick gave me this look, and I knew what he wanted to ask, but
And so then what happens is there's this giant tentacled monster that comes up, and Jackie Robinson is out
The
there.
baseball player?
Yeah, swinging a baseball bat. That's how you're like, all right, we're getting into dream sequence territory. And he wakes up, and he's in the 1950s Jim Crow era outside of Chicago in the back of this bus. And he goes into Chicago, and there starts to be this dialogue. I only saw the first 15 minutes. There starts to be this dialogue to where his dad, who's an alcoholic, is missing. And people are like, your dad, he's probably at a bender someplace out there. But then they start to read these letters that get sent to him. And in the letters, he starts to talk about what they call Lovecraft country. And it's these places in Massachusetts that are depicted in Lovecraft's fictional writings. But you're starting to see this blend in between fiction and his current reality. So right there, I'm like, ooh, man, you got me. I'm good for at least this episode. They're coming out sequentially. So
I'm going to wait until you get 3 episodes in. Tell me if it's good. Because it seems like it's a little twisty. I'm in, but it's one of those things, do I want to waste my time on 10 episodes and I feel like I fucked 10 hours away?
Yeah. If I bail on it, I'm hopping over to Yellowstone is what I'm doing. But it looks very
I do got to get back into Yellowstone. I will do that. Because I got nothing else going on, so might as well. And Peacock's not bad, man. I don't care what anybody says. That one show was good.
Yeah. I mean, if you hunt and scratch and peck a little bit, you can find some things to entertain ourselves. I mean,
I just don't want to.
I'm still jonesing for the real deal
good stuff.
Yeah. So that's all I got for this week, gentlemen. Anything else before we close the show?
Can I tell a quick boating story?
Absolutely, man.
So I'm on his boat kick. My buddy,
you've heard about the hole that people, in the water.
I'm not buying one.
Oh, okay, good.
Regardless, my buddy has a boat. Lives in Brigantine.
Oh my family's from Brigantine.
Been out on a boat a couple times. Went out this weekend, so we boated from Brigantine to Ocean City.
Yeah,
Jersey or Maryland?
Jersey. And this is why Atlantic City should be imploded. 10 o'clock, get on the water, it's low tide.
The toilet.
Listen, 10 o'clock, get on the water, we get low tide. Boat to Ocean City.
Right.
Hang out till like 5. Start boating back. It's now high tide. Well, in Atlantic City, there's this fucking railroad bridge that the trains go over that's normally, closed.
Right.
So the trains can go on the train track.
Yeah.
When there's no trains, it rotates and opens so the boats can get
through
the channel.
Sailboat? Yeah. Are you on a sailboat?
No, I'm on a jet ski boat, called a jet boat.
Okay, got it.
It goes 40 miles an hour in the water.
I didn't know if you had to worry about a mast or anything.
40 miles an hour in the water. It's scary as shit. But regardless, high tide, you can't get under the fucking bridge. So you wait till the train passes. And then the bridge opens.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So the train passes, the bridge doesn't fucking open. There's the number, call the number, it says call for bridge opening. We call it up, we're like, hey, we're stuck. Can they open it? It's broke.
Are you serious?
What do you mean it's broke? She goes, the bridge won't open. I'm like, it's 6 o'clock at night. Low tide's in 6 hours. She goes, sorry, you're going to have to wait. Like, what do you mean wait?
Yeah.
What the hell did you do?
So we went back to the Wonder Bar and drank, which is on the water.
Yep.
We got to ride back to Brigantine, and then the guy and his brother stayed for 2 more hours, and then they went to the boat, and they pushed their hands up on the fucking bridge. They got the boat go deeper in the water and went like a mile an hour under the fucking
Are
bridge.
you
No
serious?
kidding.
Oh my god!
Because you'd be stuck if you didn't.
AC, baby.
How much
AC.
did you pay those guys?
Huh?
How would you give those guys?
It was crazy. Like, Atlantic City is a shithole.
No,
It is.
It is such a
I
dump.
It took a dive after Nucky Thompson got shot.
Yeah. Like, you got beautiful Brigantine, a shithole, Ocean City.
Yeah, dude, I remember because I grew up in South Jersey, and going to Atlantic City was a rite of passage as soon as you turn 18. You know, the thought was you get on the gambling floor, and then you start to
Just
sneak
some strippers, some
well,
hookers,
not even
right
strippers
down.
in the casinos, but it's like
Topless
but
only,
you could
by
go
the way.
and drink.
I knew that
I mean,
because of a friend also.
Yeah. But you could drink. You could like
Is that the friend
if
you?
if you got a
Yeah.
cocktail waitress
That's the one he
that
jerked off his-
that kind of was like looking at you kindly.
It's a shithole.
But
Oh, yeah.
I remember going down there, and I remember this is 88, 89, and the prostitutes just flopping
Dude.
her ass on the hood of the car,
Are you serious?
and you're like a block from the casino.
Yeah, Don and I went down there for our wedding anniversary a few years back.
You're like, get off my car, you.
and it was the same day as the shoe parade. What the fuck's that parade called?
shoe parade.
Yeah,
don't
with
know
all the
what shoe.
fucking Miss America pageant.
Oh, I don't know.
It's like all these.
I believe
They
it.
don't do it anymore down there.
They don't, but. So
I know what you're talking about.
Long story short.
Miss America's in Russia right now.
Well, whatever. Long story short, we go down there for our anniversary, right? And I go to this cop. I'm like, yo, hey, I'm on the job too. Tell me where I can go that's safe. He goes, don't walk 2 blocks north of the beach. You'll get stabbed.
Yeah, and this
I'm
is
like, this is great. I want to go fucking hang out.
Yeah.
yes. I'm going to be your moral compass, and your judgment is impaired.
Yeah, we're okay. And the bouncer goes, the reason why I went over, because the bouncer goes to me, he goes, you better go get your buddy. He's about to get stabbed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he's over at that convenience store pulling money out of that Mac machine. Those people are just going to take that damn
He's
money.
going to get jacked up.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's my bachelor party. I'm saving my buddy.
Well, that was like, and not even, you don't even have to get violent. Be like, hey, man, just come on. Hands
Hey,
up.
real quick too. Speaking about sucks, what about Shia LaBeouf as Wolverine?
Oh, no, that's, no.
You're
no.
get me charged up, man.
That was just a fan made a picture
Get
of
me
him.
charged up.
That was just,
All right.
but although,
Go ahead.
JJ,
Go
you
ahead.
stay used to it.
James Gunn is looking to potential. There's like whispers on the interwebs that James Gunn, who directed
Yeah.
and wrote most of
Guardians, yeah.
is going to take on the mantle for X-Men. But who knows? It could just be conversation.
Who
on the
knows?
interwebs.
It's all comes that.
I wouldn't mind him. I would love to see a James Gunn do,
You know what?
do an X-Men
I am not
movie.
going to knock anybody that those guys put into a character because I loved every one of them.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've not second guessed. I mean, what's his face has to be Reed Richards. I don't give a shit what anybody says. What's his face?
John Krasinski.
He has to be. I mean, the guy.
That mean Emily Blunt's got to be.
I don't
Sue
care
Storm.
about that. I mean, I love Emily Blunt. Don't get me wrong, but you see pictures of him as with the gray hair.
Yeah.
Oh man, he looks exact. I mean, that's what you
But
think.
here's the thing, Nick. Even if they don't pick him, whoever they pick is probably
going to be
pretty
right. And even if they,
spot on.
because Hugh Jackman, everybody, it's hard to think about where Hugh Jackman was before Wolverine.
Sure.
But he wasn't like that big of an actor before
No.
Wolverine. You didn't really, he just did it so well. It was just like,
Yeah, and that's
He's
why
Wolverine.
he's not a cock about it. He's like so appreciative of the role. He doesn't shit on his experience.
No.
He knows
And my
that
daughter loves The Showman. She thinks that's
it's a great movie.
no, he's a fantastic actor, singer, whatever.
What was the one that-
Australia was a great movie.
Yeah. What was the one that he did with about the magicians?
Oh, yeah,
Prestige.
That was awesome. That movie
With
was awesome.
what's his face?
That was crazy. actually.
With the original Batman.
Yeah. That was
awesome.
Not the original.
Christian
but
Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
That movie's amazing.
He was a dick in that, but yeah, it was a great movie.
That movie was awesome. I forgot about The Prestige.
It's a great movie. All right, gentlemen. So listen, this has been such a nice dose of
Reality, somewhat.
It's the unfortunate thing. This is our pocket of our own reality outside of this basement.
Hey, dude,
it's not anything
We all
like
take
this.
what we can get.
Exactly.
You know?
It's been such a pleasure to sit here and down in the basement and shoot the shit
This
with
is
you
like
guys
it has to be one of the longest episodes we've done.
in a long time. It's been a long time
What
since.
time is it now, Jay?
9:15.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got an
it's
hour.
about
We got
an hour and a half.
Yeah, hour and 17 hours plus on the books. but it absolutely has been a pleasure. So thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. Do the like and the subscribe. And Gerry, of course, the golden cape. I was so happy to finally put that on your shoulders.
Yes.
It's flesh colored too, by the
way. You're seeing flesh colored in too many things, brother. So again, thank you everybody for joining us for this week's episode of the show, and tune in next week for more fun and some shenanigans, and have an awesome week.